I know, I just thought the same thing. No candy. No candy for us. I see that.
Yeah, exactly.
21, 22, and hold over 4. All the postponements. 21, 22, and hold over 4. Oh, I'm glad I didn't go look at that.
So we'll watch her to come back in.
Number 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You want to, when she comes back in, you want us to
Yeah,
call her
that's
sure.
fine.
She's supposed to
She
give
wants
the
to
order.
let me know
Sure,
first.
sure.
Tell me again, 21.
21, 22, and hold over 4. Could everyone take their seat, please, so we can begin? Oh, I forgot my speech.
I'm not. I guess I don't know as well as me. Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When your hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium, and if they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. We will then ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to come back and give some brief rebuttal to address any concerns by interested parties. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience. We will then give everyone a chance to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be given an opportunity to be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for 2 hours, and we will take a brief 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
We have 3 postponements. Hearing number 21, Appeal 23-757, Chris Metaxas. Hearing number 22, Appeal 23-680, Steve Bauer. And hearing holdover 4, Appeal 23-621, Alan Heinman.
Is anybody here for any of those hearings? Let the record reflect that no one appeared, and let's call the first hearing.
Hearing 1, Appeal 24-2, Michael Palladino at 166 Park Lane, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during this proceeding?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Sean Bird, Architect, Office 1049, Park Boulevard, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. Good evening. I am here representing Mr. and Mrs. Palladino, 166 Park Lane in Massapequa. Property is located in R17 zone. Mr. and Mrs. Palladino have lived in the home for many years, and it came to their attention that some of the items in their yard did not have a permit after filing for a proposed generator. So I was hired to maintain the existing sheds and outdoor kitchen. The variances requested are for the following. The existing 12.8-foot by 6.2-foot shed does not meet the minimum 8-foot side yard setback. It's currently at 2.2 feet. Because the shed's in close proximity to the home, the setbacks are at the home of 8 foot, not the standard 3 foot for an accessory structure. We would like to leave the shed in the location it presently is. If the shed is to be replaced or damaged, a new shed would be placed in a conforming location in the future. The second variance we're before you for is for the existing outdoor counter. It has a side yard setback of 0.7 feet, where 3 foot is required. This is an existing masonry counter. It's used for entertaining for the pool area. Again, we'd like to leave that in the current location. And lastly, there's an existing rear shed that also a overhang was added for the pool area for a covered sunshade. This structure is 12.92 feet high, 10 foot is the maximum height, and it's 1.2 feet off the rear yard where 3 feet's required. The shed was extended to include the roof over for a sunshade for the pool area, and it is finished, the interior. The family mainly uses this for storage for the pool equipment, cushions for the outdoor furniture and plates and such. I'd like to leave the structure as is in the current location. I'm here for any questions you may have.
What is the existing stone counter? Is there a barbecue in there?
There is.
And the neighbors have been notified? Did the homeowner reach out to any of the neighbors?
I had them discuss everything with the neighbors. Nobody seemed to have any objections.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
National County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hearing number 2, Appeal 24-8, 75, Kevin Gunther at 75 Stillwater Avenue, Massapequa.
I'll tell the truth during this proceeding.
Thank you.
Name and address.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Ashley Lowe from Mark Anthony Architects. Our office is located at 1563 Belmar Avenue in Belmar, New York. I am here this evening representing our client, Kevin Gunther, who is the owner and occupant of the subject property, 75 Stillwater Avenue in Massapequa, New York. This property is located in an R110 zone. We are here this evening as a result of an application for a proposed second-story addition, front roof overhang, maintaining 2 existing AC units, and masonry stoop. The proposed addition exceeds the maximum permitted building coverage of 20%, which instead has a proposed building coverage of 22.14%, requiring relief of 2.14% or 214 square feet. Additionally, the proposed addition exceeds the maximum permitted gross floor area of 3,650 square feet, instead having a proposed GFA of 3,921.5 square feet, for which relief is needed for 271.5 square feet. The proposed side yard setback is 9.9 feet, where a minimum of 10 feet is required, while the proposed aggregate of the side yards is 19.9 feet, where the minimum required is 25 feet,
You okay with this?
for which we are requesting 0.1 foot and 5.1 feet of relief respectively. Finally, for the proposed addition, the proposed roof does not have the minimum required pitch of 6/12, instead having a proposed roof pitch of 5/12, matching the existing roof pitch. We are extending it to meet the new roof for the addition. The 5 pitch is only in the rear of the dwelling, and a 10/12 pitch is being proposed for the front of the dwelling, which is in compliance with the building code.
Okay.
The proposed home is not out of character for the neighborhood and complements the aesthetics of the surrounding houses very nicely. Finally, the existing shed does not meet the required side yard of 10 feet, having 5.1 feet, and for the aggregate side yard of 25 feet, having 15.1 feet.
Do you want to see
For
the
this, we are
elevation?
requiring a variance of 4.9 and 9.9 feet respectively. This concludes our requests.
Is this just a second-story addition or a new? 'Cause
Yes, it
on
is.
On the paper, it says new dwelling, existing foundation.
So there's just a few portions where there's an addition being added over the existing dwelling, but we're not knocking down the existing house. It's just a second story
It's
addition
because
on
of
the
the
side.
percentage of what they're doing, they call it a new dwelling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Okay, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 3, Appeal 24-9, Zachary Kachmar.
How does help you during the proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Zachary Katchmar, 23 Highland Street West, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
Hello.
How you doing? First and foremost, I do want to apologize for not getting a permit variance to begin with. I put that faith in my contractor, and I came to find out a few weeks after that he did not do the job that he was hired to do, or else I probably would have done it the right way to begin with. And it took a couple months for me to stand up here in front of you guys today, so I definitely learned my lesson. Wanted to kind of start with that and kind of let you guys know why we put up the fence that we did. My wife and I were about to enter the stage of our lives where we want to bring children into our lives and raise a family in Massapequa. And unfortunately, being a corner property, we don't have much backyard space at all. Not on the east side of our property, or, no, sorry, the west side of our property, or the north side of our property. So the west side of our property is the largest footprint for our future children to grow up and have fun in the backyard. So the main reason for the fence is privacy.
And safety.
So the neighbor on
safety.
Sunset Road to the east of you,
Yes.
where's their driveway?
It's on Sunset Road, but it's
It's the opposite side of the fence.
correct.
Right. It's not.
I'm asking, is it because we have some correspondence here from a neighbor who's, says that your illegal fence across the street, and they told there should be no 6-foot fences along Sunset Road. He says it's obstructing his view of Sunset Road and Peconic Drive.
But I'm not understanding, is it just his view, or is he
Yeah, it's his
Sight.
view, oh well.
his site? So, I mean, I'm sorry.
If it's obstructing, it's not obstructing, my question to you is it obstructing him getting out of his driveway?
No,
Okay,
Is his driveway next to the
Okay.
fence?
no,
okay, it's his golf course view.
correct.
Okay,
Oh.
all right. Where'd this come from?
There are
Oh, we'll read
other-
it into the record?
119.
Okay, so I'm going to read this into the record and make it part of the record.
Okay.
Just be patient for 1 second.
Sure.
This is from Alfred Franzisi at 119 Sunset Road, Massapequa, New York. My next-door neighbor put up a 6-foot fence on Sunset Road without a permit and without telling me. He totally obstructed my view of Sunset Road and Peconic Drive. I was told by the town of Oyster Bay on Hicksville Road, Massapequa, that a 6-foot fence across the street from Peninsula Golf Course was illegal. They told me there should be no 6-foot fences along Sunset Road and Peconic, and there's not.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Okay, so apparently you're blocking his view of the golf course. All right.
Apparently.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Somebody here? Well, you can't, no, whoa.
You have to come up.
You can come up and speak to us, you can't speak to him.
He's on my side.
Okay.
Did you
I mean,
want
he
him to
can
come up and speak?
No,
Come
no.
up.
Yeah, the fence is away from his property, so.
Okay. All right. Correspondence?
That's one question.
Sure.
It's across the street from the house, it's just trees, right, on Sunset anyway?
Correct.
Yes.
That would block the,
Yeah.
that would block the golf course view anyway. Right?
Correct. Our fence will be blocking the.
No, not your
the-
fence, but if he's looking outside of his own house, he's
It's
looking
straight
at
to the
trees,
golf
right?
course. It's all trees, correct.
tree, yeah.
There's no neighbors, nothing.
So he lives to the left of you or the?
Correct. So my house is here, like on the corner. He lives there.
Okay.
So I'm on this corner lot, he's on Sunset this side, and his driveway's there.
That's all I'm worried about, is
Yeah.
is
Safety.
his driveway.
Correct, and I-
Safety.
Site
He's
issue.
close to the
We
baby.
can't, we
Correct.
can't guarantee
literally,
everyone's
yes, he's
views
very
in
close
life.
to it.
Baby, so that's it.
All right, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Good night.
Hearing number 4, Appeal 24-16, Eileen and John Froling.
Please join these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Salvatore Koshia, permit to us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Froll at 9 Ocean Avenue, Massapequa. Property is located at R17 zone. We're proposing to maintain a second-story deck with a side yard of 5.5 feet, where the required is 8 feet. The deck has been there since 1984 without incident. Property's been sold, money's in escrow.
Okay. Anybody questions?
Done.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, have a great night.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 5, Appeal 24-24, Christopher Catalano at 264 Bel Air Drive, Massapequa.
Please join these proceedings.
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Brian Fiore, architect, 208 North Wisconsin Avenue, Massapequa, appearing on behalf of Mr. Cortolano. This project currently has a building permit, and they amended the plans during construction to make their rear roofed-over patio larger and add a cellar entrance. And the roofed-over patio is pushing them over lot coverage and gross floor area. The proposed gross floor area is 3,592.16 square feet, where 3,528.34 is required. We're over by 63.82 square feet, which is pretty minor. Lot coverage is at 26.8%, 25% is required, and this is for the roofed-over porch. Cellar entrance doesn't have the required 8-foot setback. We're requesting a side yard setback of 4.67 feet for the cellar entrance, and that is our variance request.
What's in the basement?
The addition has expansion of the basement, so there is just finished basement and a bathroom, full bathroom, that was proposed with the work that was in the original basement. It's a split-level house, so this particular split level didn't really have a lot of basement area. It was, usually it's split in half, but this one had like a quarter basement, so the rear addition actually has basements under it also. It's not practical to put the cellar entrance on the other side because the basement is a lot deeper because it's split level. So the right side, the floor starts on the slab side and the basement is 7 feet down, as opposed to the left side is only about 3.5 to 4 feet below the grade. So there's a lot less cellar steps on that side to put the basement. So it's a little more practical and cost-effective to put the cellar entrance on that side.
Would your client consider an egress window instead of a cellar entrance?
We actually have 2 egress windows already. So there's an egress window on the right side and an egress window in the room with the cellar entrance.
Okay.
We also have signatures from the neighbors that they don't have any objection to these variance requests. So it's the person on the cellar entrance side has signed it, along with all the other abutting properties and 2 houses across the street.
How big is the room that it leads into? How big is the room that it leads into approximately?
It's the original cellar, I believe, and there's, let's see,
How many bathrooms are in the house total, Michael? Please.
I didn't draw these plans, so I'm not as familiar with
So
it.
take your time.
There's a half bath on the first floor.
Well, there's definitely one, it's a split level, there's one on the
Yeah,
second floor.
I'm not,
Well,
there's
maybe
definitely
two.
at least one on the second floor.
But it's a half bed.
There's one half on the main floor.
But I'm,
So 2.5, so it's 3.5.
I'm taking the way you're describing it, the cellar is not that large.
The original
The
cellar.
existing,
Which is
Yeah.
cellar,
they're making
yeah,
it bigger.
Making it bigger now,
Yeah.
so.
And they expanded on it for the mechanical room, which is conveniently right at the bottom of those stairs for service, mechanical room, storage room. And it's pretty much open, there's no doors, you know, you can, all the cellar is fully open between the rooms and the original house also, it's not separated.
Free flowing.
Yeah.
Well, the problem we have with it is that eventually it can be, and then we worry about the next owner as well. But
Right.
we'll talk about it at voting time.
Right, you see, you know, they could put the stairs in a zoning compliant place and still have them, but it's just
And we
more.
wouldn't have a word to
But
say
it's
about
more
it.
practical to put them on the side yard,
So it's on the side yard.
yes.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Hearing 6, Appeal 23-378, Mohammed Chowdhury at 275 North Poplar Street, North Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during the proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address?
Young Yoon, 95 Empire Boulevard, Island Park, New York.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening, members of the board. My name is Young Yoon. I'm a managing partner of Yoon's Group Kader Architectural Division. We're the architects for the Chaudhuri residence, the owners of 275 North Poplar Street in North Massapequa. We're here seeking relief from Chapter 246, Section 4.7.1, to maintain the existing 6-foot fence, 6-foot-high fence on the left side of the house that extends 24 feet 3 inches from the front left corner of the house, and the existing 5-feet-high fence on the right side of the house that extends 25 feet from the front right corner of the house, where only 4-foot-high fences are permitted within 23 feet of the property line. Excuse me. The fence on the left encroaches into the permitted area by 16 feet 3.5 inches, and the fence on the right encroaches into the permitted area by 16 feet 11 inches. Staying in character with the neighborhood, there are many homes with fences that extends past the front of the house, of which both 238 North Beach Street, 25 North Poplar Street have fences that are 6 feet in height, 3 Dover Avenue having a fence that is 5 feet in height, 17 Dover Avenue, which is an inside lot, also has a 6-foot-high fence enclosure that extends towards the front of the house. Granting this variance will neither cause a detriment to the nearby properties, nor cause an undesirable change to the character of the neighborhood, and have no negative impact to the neighboring properties, as many of the properties have the fence that extends towards the front of the property. For these reasons, we're requesting that the board grant this variance.
Okay. Not okay, we're going to grant it, okay, thank you.
It would have been nice.
It would be nice. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good night.
You too.
11, okay, we're going to jump to hearing number 11, Appeal 24-22, Christina Gazanda at 1 Salem Gate, Hicksville.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I don't need to
Hello.
be, I don't need to be sworn in. Okay, thank you. Okay, I represent the interest of Mr. and Mrs. Gisonda. They recently expanded their family with a new addition 2 months ago. They currently have 2 children and have been, oh, sorry, Michael McNamara, 410 Jericho Turnpike, Suite 105, Jericho, New York, 11753.
Thank you.
Okay. They have a 2-story, single-family, 2,326 square foot Cape home on a corner, 165 feet by 65 feet, 10,725 square foot lot. They are seeking more first-floor living space with a full dormered second floor for all 4 bedrooms. The current half-finished basement will be completely demolished to the studs with egress windows, but no bathroom and no outside entrance. The proposed home conforms with other existing homes in the area with more FAR percentage than has been set as a precedent. With the unfinished basement, it will remain conforming. We are here tonight seeking relief from the board to approve the following 4 items. A variance to construct a 28 by 64-foot new dwelling on a partial existing and partial new foundation, having less side, front setback on Salem Gate of 23.6 feet instead of the minimum required 24.9 feet conforming setback, and rear setback of Jerusalem Avenue of 21 feet instead of the required 25 feet. This is because of the placement of the garage allowing proper safe play for the children, and this addition will exceed the maximum permitted gross floor area with the unfinished basement. Number 2, a variance to parking and required front yard. Currently, the side front yard is a 33.5 feet. With the placement of the garage on the east side, the Jerusalem Avenue side of this corner home, the driveway is 12 feet into that yard. The homeowners are aware that a new curb will require a permit from the Highway Department, which will also require a bond. Again, the garage placement is solely for the safety of the children. Number 3, a variance of erecting a 6-foot-high vinyl fence and allowing existing 6-foot-high vinyl fence exceeding maximum height across the front yard, Jerusalem Avenue and Salem Road, without the required permitted ordinance. And number 4, a variance to erect a 6-foot-high vinyl fence exceeding the maximum height within 30 feet of the intersection. The proposed plans are asking for 29 feet from the intersection. And again, the height of the fence, of course, is to have privacy and safety for the children that will be playing in the yard.
I was by the house. There's it looks like an office that faces Jerusalem Avenue. There's like an extension. Is that a home office?
No, it used to be, but now it says storage.
Okay, and is that being demolished, or is that?
No, that's going to be the garage.
Oh, that's going to be the garage. So the curb cut is going to be on Salem Gate, not Jerusalem Avenue?
No, on Salem.
Yeah, on Salem Gate.
Okay.
So you both promised to tell the truth during the proceedings, right?
Yeah.
And just put your name on the record.
Giacomo Gisonda.
Okay. All right. I mean, you're really the only house on the block, so it's not even the rest of the neighborhood. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
We're going to go back to order. Hearing number 7, Appeal 24-15, Kenneth Campagna at 241 North Albany Avenue, North Massapequa.
So under Oshel.
Okay. Again, for the record, Sean Bird, Architect, Office 1049 Park Boulevard, Massapequa Park. Good evening again. I am here representing Mr. and Mrs. Campagna of 241 North Albany Avenue in Massapequa. Properties in an R17 zone. Mr. and Mrs. Campagna are planning to add a second-floor addition expanding their first-floor garage. This portion of the project actually complies with the zoning, but during the review of their application, the existing fence arose. The variances requested are for the following: a 5-foot fence in the front yard from the home to the property line at Bay Avenue, and then along the property line of Bay Avenue, and then a 6-foot fence, PVC fence, that runs along the rear of the property line and extends to Bay Avenue. These fences are in place and are currently used as a required safety fence for the in-ground swimming pool. The 5-foot fence was present before the Campagnas purchased the home, but the 6-foot fence was added during the construction of the pool. The fences do not obstruct any of the sight lines to the corner, which is a 4-way stop sign. I'm sure somebody's been out there, they saw. So it is a 4-way stop sign, but if you go from either direction, you can see the corner with full visibility. And the rear fence does not abut a driveway. It actually abuts the neighbor's 6-foot fence that runs along Bay Avenue. So that completes my application. Here for any questions you may have.
Anybody have any questions?
None.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 8, appeal number 24-20, Ralph and Doreen Sachs at 12 Cambridge Court, Bethpage.
Tell the truth during the proceedings,
Yes.
the name and address.
Doreen Sachs, 12 Cambridge Court, Bethpage, New York.
Ralph Sachs, 12 Cambridge Court, Bethpage.
Okay. A little nervous.
Don't be
Don't be
nervous.
Never done this.
We haven't beat anybody up yet tonight.
Well, we are here for a variance to allow an existing kitchen in a one-family dwelling for use as a parent-child residence. For B, variance to allow existing rear addition, south side of the house having less side yard setback than permitted. It has 2.5 feet of the extension that we put on is only 4.9. The rest is legitimately over 5, like it's supposed to be. So we need a variance for that. C, variance to construct egress well having less side yard setback than permitted by ordinance, which I have no idea what that means. Variance to allow existing 8 by 2 foot by 11 by 9 shed having less side yard setback than permitted by ordinance. And E, variance for the reduction of off-street parking spaces, reduction of spaces to 2 when 3 parking spaces are required.
Okay.
The extension that we had put on many years ago was, we were told by our contractor, we need a permit. Never mentioned a variance. He just kept telling us his wife works for the town and we shouldn't worry about the paperwork. So we are looking into extending our kitchen, and for that we don't need a variance because we have plenty of property. However, it all came about now that we don't, after 30 years, not 30 years, but 25 years, don't have a variance when we should have for this extension. So that's what we are looking for.
Okay, and you need the parking because you converted the garage, right?
The garage, that had already been,
Right, but you're
Converted. We
asking for
bought it
a
that way, yeah.
reduction of parking for a parent-child.
we have 2 parking spots in the driveway, and then we park the other on the street.
Okay. So do you have a parent-child right now?
Yes, my daughter and her
Your
husband
daughter?
live upstairs.
You have everybody's names and IDs, Susan?
So I have listed 2 daughters. I have no.
One lives with us, she's
Okay,
still home with us, and the other one lives upstairs.
okay, so does your daughter who lives upstairs, her husband lives there too?
Yeah,
You said she was married, so I will need an ID for him, and you'll need to add him.
we did that, we had to take it off because his address wasn't correct. It's still his home address.
He has to produce a driver's license with this address on it in order for us to release a variance to you. So he has to get his license changed to his address.
Even so, it's my daughter who lives up,
He lives there
does,
too.
You know,
If he lives there, everybody has to be, it's a way for the neighbors to be able to see who comes and goes, that the people are identified, so if your licenses are on record, that they can identify who lives there. So I don't have any identification for him. So if he does permanently live there, And you
Well, they're getting ready to move, so he didn't want to change the address for this address when they're looking to buy a house right now, so.
Okay.
Those are the rules.
Yeah.
I can't change them.
I know.
It's funny because we had the address, the license, and then they said we can't do it, so they told us to take it off, which is what we did.
The office here.
I know, but now you can put his name on the record. As living there.
Unfortunately.
Well, he lives with his parents.
You can't do that. You just said he lives there,
Call the
so.
office tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll discuss it, okay?
Okay.
I mean, it's not a bad application. It's fine.
So we have to
It's
get that.
just for the paperwork, all right? So, anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody
We just
wishing
have
to
to
be?
get that straightened out.
Yeah. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission, local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.
Okay.
Excuse me, hearing 9, Appeal 24-23, Scott Nennis at 1 Laurel Place, Bethpage.
I do. Good evening, my name is Cole Gartmere from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. An agent representing Scott Namis, owner of 1 Laurel Place, Bethpage, New York, Section 46, Block 246, Lot 489. This property is in an R17 zone. An application 11-46 was approved by this board on December 12th, 2011, to allow my client to maintain a wood fence in the front of the side/front of the dwelling on South Sheridan Avenue. Since the approval, my client has purchased the home and replaced the fence with a 6-foot PVC fence. We are here to amend the decision 446. An application was filed to maintain a gazebo, which does not meet the required 50-foot accessory structure setback. Because this is a corner lot, the gazebo maintains a 10.6-foot setback from South Sheridan Street. The fence was replaced approximately 3 years ago, and the gazebo was installed last year. I do have some consent letters to submit to the board as well. If the board has any questions?
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you. by
Thank
our
you.
office.
Good night.
Hearing 10, Appeal 24-7, Alan Lee at 15 Bamboo Lane, Hicksville.
Hot tub chip on the proceeding?
Yes, I do.
Nassau?
Oh, 1 second. Chris Gray, architect, 2401 Capri Place, North Belmore, New York, representing Alan Lee and Shan Lee Hu, located at 15 Bamboo Lane in Hicksville. Good evening. My client wishes to construct a 2-story addition in the front corner of the house, as well as a 2-story addition in the rear of the house. In doing so, the first item, this is listed as a new dwelling on a partial existing foundation, does not have the minimum required side yard aggregate of 20 feet. In squaring off the front left corner, the side yard is 10.3 feet, and in the back right corner, the proposed side yard is 8.3 feet. So the total is 18.6 and less than the 20 feet required. This property is a pie-shaped piece of property, and it's less than the 70-foot wide property as the zone is based on. Next item is the proposed roof pitch, does not have the minimum required pitch of 612. Main house is a pitch of 5.75. There's a gable proposed in the front that would be of a 6. That 5.75 is fairly close to a 6, and I don't think that would be too noticeable. I do want to point out that the reviewer noted this proposed Whole structure is 44.1 feet by 46.4. The 44.1 is correct as a width, but the depth is 40.76 feet. So he made a mistake on this notice. The third item is that the permitted gross floor area is, they listed as 3,587.35 square feet. And the proposed is 3894.03. Now, it's too late now, but the numbers, they don't match mine, but unfortunately, we have to go with what the write-up says. I failed to go visit this plan examiner to discuss this. Based on his calculation, I am 306 square feet over the allowable gross floor area. And then the last item is the driveway does not have the minimum required side yard of 8 feet. It is existing at .5. The owner purchased the home and the driveway was existing, so that's something that he did not do on his own.
Okay, I visited the house. It certainly could use a little updating, and I think it fits in with the character of the neighborhood. But these numbers are going to have to be rectified before any decision can be released.
Okay, should I meet with the person who reviewed this, just to clarify the numbers?
Yes?
Okay, so the hearing will be held open until that?
This will be open until
Okay,
it's...
that's very good, okay. Yeah, there's several numbers that don't match. And just for the record, areas that I can control, I advise my clients, I do not like to exceed building coverage, and I do not like to exceed floor area where we can control. Certain things like the side yards, we don't have too much control over that, so that's the purpose of going to the board. So I would appreciate that if I could meet with the reviewer, and then we'll rectify this, and we'll get back to the board, and then the board could make their decision.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
National County Planning Board recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office, but pending you're getting these numbers.
Yes,
on
I will
the
go
same
to the
page.
office, I will go to the office tomorrow and then get this clarified. And then
Okay.
we'll get our results back to the zoning office.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Public, yeah, I said that, okay. Next hearing.
Hearing 12, Appeal 24-1, Laura Casarella at 4 Cindy Drive, Old Bethpage.
One more time for the record, Sean Bird Architect, Office 1049 Park Boulevard, Massapequa Park, New York 11762. Good evening again. Here representing the Cascarella family of 4 Cindy Drive in Old Bethpage, New York. Property is located in R17 zone. The home is owned by Laura Cascarella, which will be occupying the first floor. Her adult daughter, Stephanie, and her wife, Regina, will be occupying the second floor, which is why we're before you. We're adding a second floor to an existing ranch in order to create the parent-child residence, or proposed parent-child residence, and the addition of a front covered porch. The variance requested are as following. The parent-child use, which I have already said. We are also requesting a third bedroom for the accessory unit, where 2 is the maximum. The third bedroom was designed more as a home office. You know, in this day and age, you need a space at home to work. A lot of jobs are going remote, so we made provisions for that to occur. And the off-street parking spaces, 2 off-street parking spaces where 3 are required. The existing garage is only 16 feet deep, so it doesn't qualify as a parking space. There are 2 parking spaces in the driveway. A small car could fit in the garage, but by building standards, it's not a parking space. So requesting a variance for 2 instead of 3. I'd like to note the land across the street from this property is not residential. It's actually owned by the state. The proposed addition and porch exceed the maximum lot coverage, 25%, or 1,750 square feet. We're proposing a lot coverage of 27.43%, or 1,920 square feet. It's only at 2.43%, or 170 square foot over what is permitted by the code. The next variance is for the gross floor area, a maximum of 3,200 square feet. We're proposing 4143.78. It's 943.7 square feet over permitted. This home was designed, it took a while for us to get to where we are today. It was designed on the old code. As we know, the basement wasn't part of the gross floor area, which if we were filing under those times, we actually wouldn't be before you for gross floor area. We'd only be at 3,066 square feet. So the additional that's pushing us over is the actual basement, the existing basement height. The new roof pitch for the addition, we have it at 4.5 over 12, where 6 and 12 is the minimum roof pitch. The first floor is rather high for this style house off the grade. So in order to get the roof on this house, it was either making the choice of going over on height or choosing a lower roof pitch, which we chose the lower roof pitch to maintain a height of under 28 feet. Then we have a side yard platform. It does not meet the minimum side yards of 8 foot or aggregate of 20 foot. We're at 5.4 feet and 15.6 feet respectively. The home itself actually complies with the setbacks. So it's just a small side platform just to access the side yard of the property. We also have a temporary shed. It doesn't have a side yard setback. It's an existing. We're actually going to remove that off the variance request. My client just advised me today that she's going to remove that from the property. So
That's G?
yes, the small temporary shed. The larger of the sheds in the rear yard has a minimum 3 foot setback. 1.8 is provided. We'd like that shed to remain. Should it be demolished or replaced, a new shed would be proposed in a compliant location in the future. And lastly, there's an existing generator that does not meet the minimum 8 foot setback. We're at 5.3 feet off of that side yard. Lastly, I know the lot coverage, it's small, but I'd also like to make a condition, if the board sees fit, that the front porch not be enclosed in the future, so it can remain open for the entire life of the structure. So I'm here for any questions you may have.
The third bedroom troubles the board. I'm going to speak for all of us because we don't grant them.
Sure.
It's not within the spirit of what the ordinance was created for. Parent-child is an
Understood.
accessory unit, and this looks more like a two-family.
Understood.
So
We could certainly remove the third bedroom.
I would suggest that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Anybody else have any comments? I didn't get to you, but I will.
The basement, bathrooms in the basement,
Check the comments. I believe there is.
full bathroom?
There's a full bathroom, yes.
This is a lot. This is a very big ask.
Understood.
So that's going to be, it's going to be taken into consideration because you're asking for less parking, more rooms. It's a lot.
Understood.
Okay.
How many people in all, including, how many?
As of right now, 3, 2 upstairs, 1 on the first floor.
Okay.
One person on the first floor and 2 upstairs?
Correct.
That's a lot. I mean, that's not a lot for what you're asking for. All right, so we'll hear what the neighbors have to say, and we'll call you back.
So there are no children?
I'm sorry, no children currently, no.
Basement entrance, I'm sorry.
No, not an outside.
No.
No, we have a egress window for the basement. It is a finished basement, though.
Excellent. That's good. Thank you. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, please.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. And I do this for a living. I stand in front of people all the time and talk, so.
My name is Corinne Sunis.
I'm Steven Sunis, this is Corinne Sunis. We both, do you need us?
To tell the truth, there's proceedings, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
And yeah, put your address on the record.
And my address is,
S-O-U-N-I-S.
the address is 2 Cindy Drive, Old Bethpage, New York. We are neighbors with the property he's referring to. So, we're not opposed to the parent-child residence. We think this would be something that would be beneficial to our neighbors. But we do have some concerns, and I do need to bring those up. I do want to thank you also for your time to talk about this. So first, the survey. I spoke with my title attorney, well, not my title attorney, my attorney that I purchased the home with, and she indicated that we kind of have to bring this up because our concern is that silence can be seen as compliance, but our survey does not match the site plan survey. So on their site plan, we're disputing the property lines, basically.
We can't help you with that
Okay,
at all. I'm sorry.
okay. No, I just,
That is something that you need to square away with
Because
each.
even the side
It's a
thing will be
civil
closer
matter,
than
but
it
it's a
is
civil
than-
matter between you and the neighbor.
okay, we wanted to bring it up because we saw it on there, so we thought if we didn't say anything and the plans end up going through
It's
that.
on the record.
It's on the record
Okay.
now, so that's.
Perfect. So the wood shed along the rear of the property, we don't, that,
Oh, let me talk, he's very nervous.
no, so I'll-
Our concerns with the woodshed on the property line is it is so close to the property line that we're concerned that, A, a fire hazard, and B, we're concerned about drainage and water damage. It has a pitched roof that goes towards our property.
Has it been there for a while, or it's new?
It's new. It's within a couple of years.
It was put
And
in.
have you had a
21
water
maybe?
problem from it?
Well, I've been watching it, right, and it's not a problem now, so I haven't said anything. And to be honest, I would go talk to the neighbor and just talk to them about it before I would,
Ideally,
raise an
if
issue
it's
with the
approved,
town.
we'd like a gutter or something put on it
That's-
that would drain the water back onto their property.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we're, not, they don't, it doesn't necessarily have to move, it's just, we would want a gutter so the water does
Okay.
drain away from the property.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
So for,
I'd also like the record to state that there's more than 3 people living in the residence. There's currently at least 5 people living in the residence. They have 6 vehicles outside. They also went to the town and requested no parking signs across the street, so they've limited street parking as well.
so the parking, so we're not,
Do you have questions? I can.
so let me explain a
We
little
will.
bit of the situation with the parking. So a couple of years back, they requested no parking signs where the state park is. And at the time, I talked to the town supervisor, Mr. Saladino at not Jones Beach, I'm sorry, Tobay Beach. I ran into him there. He gave me a phone number to call, and he basically said, look, we're going to put these no parking signs in because it's already been approved. He said, as long as it's not a nuisance, we're going to leave them there. But if it is, let us know, and then we can potentially address it in the future. Well,
He
if
said the
that,
town had advised them that they're not allowed to park in front of anyone else's homes and create a nuisance.
and they haven't. So that's why, with the parking, as long as it continues to not be a nuisance, we're okay with that, right?
But we are concerned because there are,
A lot of cars.
and they're clearly not stating how many people are actually living in the residence.
Okay.
Our next concern is the platform on the side of the house. We believe that this is to create an entrance going in, because when we looked at the site plans, there are steps going up. He said it's to get to the backyard, but it's flat, so they don't need a platform to go up and over. So I'm confused as to,
We're going to take a look at the plans.
Okay, so the only, so here, if,
and it's right next to our property, where our bedrooms are, where our children sleep, where we sleep. And there's been issues with their gates making noise and waking our children up in general because it's so close. So if this is going to be an entrance into, from what the plans look like, it looks like a stairway into whichever one is the upstairs apartment. whether
Is it
it's-
into a bedroom, Michael?
That's inside the gate, that's the
It's just into a
that they were
mudroom.
talking about.
but
That
it's
goes
off-
up the
but
stairs.
It's off the garage, so the garage is at
What's
grade
under there? Is
level.
that's the
First
woodshed?
floor is
Oh, the
slightly
woodshed.
raised,
Let me show that to Rita. Okay.
If they were coming into the garage, there would be no steps.
This is the woodshed that she's talking about.
There's no, the garage is ground level, so there's no
no,
steps.
it's not. It's not ground level, it's elevated. Well, the
The
garage
first
is
floor,
ground, yes,
yeah,
the
the
garage is
garage
ground
is not
level.
elevated.
The den in the back is not ground
I
level,
see it
yes.
here.
Okay.
It says-
Okay, so in terms of the platform, if it gets approved, the only thing I'd like to say about the platform is we want to make sure the height of the platform, like, I don't know how variances work. So if it gets approved and the plans change, we just want to make sure it's not going to go above the fence, because then it's going to be able to look directly into our bedrooms, and we don't want that.
We also want to make sure that it's not a hanging out spot because it is so loud next to.
What, the platform?
Yeah, the platform. So we would want the platform to stay the way we see it on the plans, which is 20 square feet
Well,
if it's
if
approved.
this board grants it,
Right,
that's the
I'm
way it's
saying
going to
if-
have to
if-
be built. If they do anything after that, then you call the town and you complain.
Right.
Because we didn't approve anything
No.
other than that, if we approve it.
Agreed, if. And I'm saying, so if it does get approved, we would want it to stay the 20 square feet that's listed, and we would want it to stay below, 5 feet or like the fence line. I think it would change the character of the neighborhood if it was going all the way up to the second story. So that's just one of our concerns. The only other concern would be a light on the platform. If there's any light, our bedrooms are right there, so we would just want to make sure any light is pointed at the platform and not at our bedrooms.
Okay.
Platform has 3 steps, so it's not going to the second floor.
Okay.
Where is it going to, the back deck?
First floor.
Just a mudroom on the first floor.
It looks
I'm
like it's
just saying
going
if the
into a
plans
staircase
change,
up
if the
to
plans
other
change.
apartment.
So
It
they
looks
have
like
to
it's a
abide
separate
by
entity.
These are the
plans,
plans that
yeah.
were, these are the only plans here
Okay.
tonight that they are agreeing to, and if they do anything outside of that, they need to come back to us, they need to notify you again, or they'll do it illegally, in which case, then you call code enforcement. It happens, and that's beyond our control. We can only entertain what's before us tonight, not what they're gonna do in the future.
Okay. So, with the parking situation in the front, again, if the parking goes through, the only thing we're concerned about is, based on our previous discussions about the parking, we just don't want to say that, okay, we're fine with this, them not putting in the additional spots. So in the future, if it does become an issue, where there is a nuisance in front of our house with the parking, we still want to be able to come back to the town and talk to them about taking out the signs across the street.
Well, that you can do.
Okay.
That, again, that has nothing to do with us, that's the town board, but,
Right.
you definitely can bring your concerns to them.
The
Okay.
homeowner at 142 Haypath Road gave us a letter to write that she was
You can
concerned about
submit
the
that.
parking as well.
I'll
She's
read
not-
it into the record.
She's 89 years old, so she couldn't be here, but she just wanted to bring up some issues around the parking, and she's fine with it, being as, not, as long as it doesn't become a nuisance, she basically said she's okay.
Okay.
Where do the 6 cars park that you said there's like 5 people that live there?
They're
and there's 6
squeezing
cars?
3 cars into their driveway right now.
3 cars in the driveway?
So for instance, like when their landscaping company came the other day, they took their lawnmower up our property line to get into their gate because they can't access the backyard. So
it's 3 cars in the driveway, and then the rest are in front of the house?
and then 2 are in front of the house, and then 1 is across
This
the
is
street from our house.
across the street from our house by the state park, by the no parking sign.
It says no parking, though.
And
They're
they
not
park
in the
there.
no parking?
No, they're behind it.
Okay.
They're behind the no parking
But
sign.
if there's a car there, then they'll park and block our driveway, like on the other side, so we have trouble getting out now.
Okay.
They can't access their own,
It's hard to tell.
I had a neighbor do the same thing to me.
It's hard because we have young children, so I try to always back in now because I never know when their cars are going to be blocking my driveway on the far side.
But in terms of the rest of the plans, like the building, like, we don't have an issue with the 2 feet on the back, the generator, the porch. I think, the porch is something we considered in the past, but we saw the setback law, so we avoided
I
it,
think
but,
it's good that they're
So we-
legalizing their mother-daughter. We're on board with that.
yeah.
Okay.
We are concerned that they don't have
When
the,
they took the picture.
Well, when, you heard, well, we're not
Just
gonna
like
give
to
them the
please,
3
like to please,
bedrooms because it's
Wednesday.
just not, just lends itself to being a 2-family at that point.
and we'd like to have the licenses so we know who is coming and going for security and safety.
Well, I don't know if,
You can come up to the office and view them.
Okay, but if they're saying if he's saying there's only 3, there's definitely not 3 people.
okay,
That's what they told him.
thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
coming.
Great
coming.
night, appreciate your time.
Yes?
We appreciate you coming. Okay.
All right.
So, you heard the concerns of the neighbor. Some of that is not good.
No, of course not. I can only go by what my clients
course,
have
we
said
know.
for
I don't
people
think you
living
would
in the
stand
home.
up here and swear to it if you didn't believe
The
it.
board knows me well, so.
Yes, I do.
The 3 occupants that I told you, Laura on the first floor, Stephanie and Regina on the second floor, that's who I was notified of.
And what is their family connection, do you know?
Regina is Stephanie's wife, and Stephanie is the daughter of Laura.
Okay.
I know that Laura does have a son, and one of the cars is his car. I don't believe he lives there. From what they have told me, he has an apartment somewhere else. He does leave a car there. It's not an everyday car. I believe it's always in the driveway. I actually asked them this today before the hearing, if parking was an issue, would they put that car in the garage? Because I believe that does fit, and Laura did say yes.
Okay.
So I can't go by the,
27, I don't think she can have a son that drives.
I'm sorry?
Regina is 27 years
Laura.
old, I don't.
Laura's son. Laura's son, no. So, the parking, I can only go, they told me they have 3 cars and the one in the driveway. So they've told me they have 4 cars.
Well, I'm sure you're going to confirm
will.
with them
I will.
about what happened here tonight. Susan, I'd like to read that letter into the record.
Can I speak about the other issues, or?
Yes, of course.
The shed, of course, it's, if it's a concern of the neighbors, not only could we put a gutter on it, but if they'd like even more comfort, I could propose to my client that we move it into a compliant location. So it is off 3 feet off the property line, if that gives them a little bit more comfort. The side platform,
That
it-
shed, I'm sorry, that shed looks like it had a flat roof on it.
I don't
Yeah,
recall.
it didn't, yeah.
You want to see it?
No, I saw it. Somebody showed me a picture of
Yeah.
it.
She has
Lisa,
it on her phone.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Is
slightly.
it a flat roof shed?
It's not flat, it has a slight.
It's slight.
Slight
You can
slant.
see it over the gate.
And it tilts back to their property.
Correct.
So I'd be more than willing to propose that
Move
we actually move this shed rather than the gutter.
That's the one with the 1.8-foot side yard?
Correct.
Yeah, that's going to be moved.
Okay. The light, of course, I mean, there's going to be lights on the side like everybody has on the side of their home, but I would obviously direct my clients not to point it at the neighbors. And the platform is a small platform. It really is a side entrance.
Right.
It is right off the stairs.
Okay.
It definitely is.
Yeah, he said it's off a mud, it goes into a mudroom.
It does, goes into communal mudroom area.
Okay. All right, that's it. Oh, I'm going to read this letter. I just want to put this on the record because it was delivered here. To whom it may concern, my name is Myrna Wahlberg. I live at 142 Hay Path Road, Old Bethpage. I've been living in this house for over 50 years. My concern with one of the proposed variants is parking. I'm older, and I have a lot of older friends who visit. I also have an aide and other people who help me maintain my home. When my driveway parking is full, they often like to park on Cindy Drive because Hay Path is a very busy street, and it can be tight on both sides. In recent years, it has become a lot busier on Cindy Drive. There are often cars parked on the side of my house. I'm aware that no parking signs have been put up that have resulted in less parking by the state park. As such, more cars have been parking on the side of my home by Cindy Drive more often. My concern is that the parking situation can become more challenging with some of the proposals. And if it does, my neighbor informed me he spoke with someone at the town of Oyster Bay a few years ago, and they indicated that if the parking becomes a nuisance in the future, it is possible that the signs can be taken down. I am not opposed to the proposed variances, but if the parking does become an issue as a result, I would hope the town would continue to consider removing the no parking signs. Myrna Wahlberg. Okay. Well, that's really a matter of the town and the signs or whatever. So, all right. Anybody else have any questions, concerns, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 13, Appeal 23-523, Kenneth Weinberg at 39 Randy Lane, Plainview.
Yes, I do. Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. Good evening, members of the board. I'm here tonight representing the Weinberg family, who seek only 2 variances before you. Our first request is to propose a new front porch along with a second-floor bedroom addition that do not meet the minimum 25-foot front yard setback allowed by ordinance. We're proposing a 20.7-foot distance to the addition and 21.52 to the modified front porch. And keep in mind that these structures all are in line with what is existing right now, so we're not asking to encroach any further. Lastly, we're requesting a GFA of 3,887.4 in lieu of the maximum 3,563.75, a difference of 323.69. Most of that is underneath the front porch itself. It's a very common addition in the neighborhood and very much within character of the style of this home.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our
Thank you.
office.
Next is hearing 14, Appeal 24-64, Magray Holdings Plainview LLC, 65 South Service Road, Plainview.
Oh, on here? Oh, cool.
Assist us.
I think we're doing this for the first time?
Well, we have little screens in front of us now, and whatever you're putting up is coming up on our screen, so.
No way.
Perfect.
Yes,
Well-
yes way.
Yep.
They can't. Theirs aren't on.
Is yours on?
No. Is there a magic one?
Lisa and Kathy, please. Thanks, bud.
And I'm going to have to remember to actually click to make it move.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
How'd you know to press that button?
He knew.
Oh. Ferrari. This is new and improved. Right there.
Whenever you're ready. Ready? Good.
Yep.
Okay. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman. Nice to
Good
see you.
evening.
Members
Thank
of the
you.
board. My name is Daniel Baker from the law firm Greenberg Traurig LLP, 900 Stewart Avenue, Garden City, New York, 11530. I'm here tonight on behalf of the applicant MAG RE Holdings Plainview LLC, which is an affiliate of the McGovern Automotive Group. They are the owners of property at 65 South Service Road in Plainview. Tonight's application seeks variances to construct a 14,885 square foot addition to the existing Ferrari Maserati of Long Island dealership located at 65 South Service Road. As we will show you through our team of consultants, the variances will not have a negative impact to the surrounding area. And additionally, we have the support of two of the neighboring properties to the east and west, 85 South Service Road and 45 South Service Road. I'll get into both of those a little more as we move forward. I am joined tonight by members of the applicant, as well as our civil engineers, North Coast Civil, our traffic engineers, R&M Engineering, and our architect, which is 76 Architecture. In addition to my presentation, I'll also ask our civil and traffic engineers to give you a little bit, and we have everybody else here to answer questions if you should have any. The purpose of tonight's application is to allow the applicant, which owns not only 65 South Service Road, but also 105 South Service Road, to, in essence, split what is now the Ferrari Maserati joined dealership into two separate dealerships. So the subject property right now is the dealership for both brands, whereas 105 South Service Road is the service facility for both brands. The idea is to keep this ultimately as just Ferrari sales and service, and 105 will become Maserati sales and service. In between the two is 85 South Service Road, which is an office building. And again, I'll get back to that in a moment. And just so you know, there is no application yet pending at the town for 105 South Service Road. That will come later on. Before coming here, we were at the Planning Advisory Board on February 8th of this year. The application was approved under SP 21-22, subject to the variances we are seeking tonight. Additionally, as we had discussed at Planning Advisory Board, both 85 South Service Road and 45 South Service Road came into play a little bit. 85 South Service Road, which is the office headquarters for Reckler Equity, a real estate development company, had some concerns about the original plans. As a result of discussions between the two, there were some adjustments made to the proposed addition, and I'll get into that a little bit more also. But in essence, it made the addition smaller and moved it back off of the property line to be flush with the existing building. So there were considerations that were made to alleviate concerns that the neighbor had. As a result, the neighbor could not be here tonight, but did show up at Planning Advisory Board in support of the application, as did the owners of 45 South Service Road, who could not make it tonight. They had conflicts that neither could be here, but I've spoken with both, and I think I can make the representation that...
Everybody's driving Maseratis.
Well, I can't say, but, I think they can do that on their own. So in essence, the point is that we do have support of both of those. I will also say that with 85 South Service Road, the conditions that were agreed upon, should we receive approval here tonight, will be memorialized in a declaration of covenants and restrictions that will be recorded, so everybody will be happy in that regard. So the premises, as I stated, 75 South Service Road, known on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map as Section 13, Block 88, Lot 41, and is wholly within the light industry zoning district. I'm not sure who has visited, if you have it all, but this is located on the south side of the Long Island Expressway, South Service Road, approximately 450 feet west of Newtown Road. The area is entirely industrial and commercial along the service road and going all the way back to Old Country Road. So it's really a commercial area. The only residential that's even close is more than 600 feet north on the other side of the expressway. The premises has a lot area of 1 acre. It is currently improved with an existing two-story building, which is 21,982 square feet, with on-site parking at the front of the building and the rear of the building. In addition to this property, and as I stated, the 105 South Service Road, the applicant also leases approximately 15,000 square feet of interior space at 45 South Service Road, which gives it a corresponding 60 outdoor parking spaces. These spaces are utilized for inventory, employee parking, and otherwise. So in addition to the two properties that they own, they lease considerable space right next door that is an assist to the operation of the property. The applicant is seeking variances to construct a 14,885 square foot one-story addition that will be located on the west side of the property, which is the back of the property, and also the south side of the property, so the back and one side. The addition will be home to the new service department and a second-story parking area over that, outdoor, but over the addition. Essentially, the existing parking that's at the rear of the building now will be up top on the roof. So the variances that we are seeking are three. The first is minimum rear yard setback. The required rear yard has to be 30 feet. The proposed here is 26.6 feet, which goes to the staircase that's at the rear of the addition. So not even the building itself, but the staircase juts in there. The second variance is maximum allowable building coverage. The max is 50%, and we are proposing 59.84%. And the final variance we're seeking is for off-street parking. The required number of spaces is 126 parking spaces, which includes the calculation that deals with areas that are utilized for office, waiting area, et cetera, as well as service center bays. But then in addition to that, the vehicle storage provision of the code that came about in, I think it was 2022, that now requires for every car that you're going to park, in essence, as inventory, you have to have a space for that. Mr. Muller will get into that a little bit more, and he'll really give you a good idea about how the parking is going to work. Bottom line is we are providing 72 parking spaces to go along. As I mentioned, the parking is satisfied not only on-site, as Mr. Muller will tell you, but with assistance from the property next door where they lease space. At this time, I'd like to introduce Doug Castellano from North Coast Civil. He'll take you around the site a little bit, and then after that, Mr. Muller will come up and talk to you about parking and traffic. And of course, I didn't click, as I thought, anything, so.
No, I'm still looking at the same, oh, there we go.
Okay.
I just did it once,
There you
but.
Raise your right hand.
Yes.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Yes, good evening. For the record, Doug Castellano from North Coast Civil, 39 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. So I'm just going to take you through the site plan. The alignment plan is what's projected on these screens. So the existing conditions of the site is currently accessed by a single curb cut, which is off of South Service Road, and then a driveway that brings you up into the site where you have the existing two-story building, which is essentially going to remain, in its location, but it will be renovated and then obviously added onto. That's the addition. So also in the front of the building is the existing main entrance, concrete walkway. There's a small parking area, then some landscape areas. We're essentially keeping that layout the same. Now I'll jump into what's the proposed work. So it's really two separate, I guess you want to call it sections of an addition that's a little bit over 14,000 square feet. The first larger addition, which is directly to the back of the building, that's really where the service center is going to be. If I could actually switch to the interior layout. There you go. So you can see, you pull in through the front of the site, there's that smaller addition, which is right, I guess if you want to call it the northwest side of the building or the top of your screen. You pull in there, that's really the loading, queuing area. People can show up, customers can show up, they can drop their car off there, then it's driven into the back by employees only, and the customer can then access the interior of the lobby and, if they want to wait there or whether it's a drop-off, that's essentially how the operations will work. Though also going along with that is the second-story parking that I know Mr. Baker just mentioned, so I'll switch to the second. This is the second floor plans. So on this side of the building, you see on the rear, there's a number of spaces. These spaces are accessed solely by employees only, and it's an existing car elevator that's within the building now. So an existing one-car elevator. You can bring cars up to the second floor, navigate, however they need and see fit. And again, it's not open to customers. It's only employees that'll be accessing this area. And we'll just jump quickly back to.
No one's going to steal them off the roof. No one's going to steal
Just to
them.
finish off, going through the alignment plan. So then past the back addition is a small rear service area. There's a couple spaces back there. It's really just to help, alleviate some of the parking that would overflow from the service area, but it's a smaller area, and then most of the service will just take place inside the building. There won't be any servicing of cars on the exterior. And then just quickly, just to jump in through some of the site, the minor site improvements that we're providing, all new drainage facilities that accounts for 100% storage. It is a county road, so we are giving the 8-inch rainfall, which is really, the maximum that's asked for. It's a large system, but we're required to do it. So there's that. We added some shade trees, some additional plantings. It's a beautiful site as it is. Ferrari intends to obviously keep it that way, but we are filling in some of the bare areas and stuff that's created from the construction. And that's really, the bulk of the site, the site improvements. So if there's any questions on the layout, I could be happy to answer them, or maybe we'll let Wayne talk about traffic.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. For the record, Wayne Muller, Robinson & Muller Engineering, offices at 50 Elm Street, Huntington, New York. I do, yes. For the record, I'd like to submit copies of an analysis that we prepared as part of this application. The first copy is one full copy of our analysis, which contains all of the backup materials, and then the subsequent copies are just really the text and the tables to save trees, rather than printing out more copies of the analysis. I believe Mr. Baker has really covered a lot of what's before the board this evening. It is really proposed to create an addition, as you can see on the plans, for the existing Ferrari dealership in order to provide a relatively small service center for the Ferraris on the first floor, and then vehicle storage on the second floor. As indicated in my report, we performed a very detailed parking and traffic analysis in accordance with the Town of Oyster Bay requirements of the DER. All that information was reviewed by them. The PAB issued a negative declaration, and I believe the Nassau County Planning Commission also determined local determination for this project. As indicated by Mr. Baker, it's proposed to separate Ferrari and Maserati and create just a strictly Ferrari dealership here, which would have service, parts, sales, and the like, Currently, now they're commingled with Maserati. Based, as indicated in my report and based on information which we received from the applicant, the base price of a Maserati at the lower end is around $300,000. Just using that as a basis, the 56 cars that would be stored on the second floor would equate to approximately $17 million worth of inventory in just vehicles alone. They're very valuable. This is an extremely high luxury car dealership. As indicated in my report, the level of traffic that we anticipate to be generated by this facility is extremely low. We believe that the parking that is provided on the property would be more than sufficient to accommodate both the employees, customers, and the storage of the vehicles on the site. As indicated on the plans, and as stated by Mr. Castellano, there's one curb cut on the South Service Road that services the site that will exist in its current location. And essentially, this is to provide a much more efficient service center for the property, for the Ferrari dealership. I did represent the property owner next door that Mr. Baker had indicated at 45 South Service Road, and as part of that application to the town board for Dream Cars, which is another car dealership, the Ferrari Maserati component was included, and that project was approved in its current state by the town, I guess back in 2002, in which the applicant does lease a certain component of the building as well as outside storage for the vehicles that would be necessarily stored on the site. So based on our analysis, it is my professional opinion that the granting of this application will not have a significant impact on parking or traffic conditions in this area, and that the number of spaces that are provided on the property, both internal and external, will be more than sufficient to accommodate the level of activity that would be generated by the Ferrari luxury car dealership. Thank you.
Thank you. Were you also at the Planning Advisory Board meeting?
I was not there.
Okay.
Mr. Baker was. I
Okay.
couldn't make it that night.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Unless there are any questions for any of our other team members or me, I think I would just leave you with the idea that this is a good project in the sense that it is not only going to improve this property, but ultimately it improves 105, which is 2 doors down, when that comes around to, really get a facelift in addition to, the usefulness of it as a Maserati dealership. But it really is going to be a beneficial thing for not only the applicant, but I think for anybody in the area driving by and seeing what is there now. The uniqueness of the brands really lends itself to this. These are not, the types of dealerships that have a mass production,
It's not the Thursday
storage.
after Thanksgiving at Walmart's, I get you.
Yeah. So, for good, better, and different, 100 people aren't coming today to buy a car here. So,
Exactly.
we are not concerned that it will,
should
present any issues for anyone.
Do you have a copy of the Planning Advisory Board resolution?
I do.
I just want to see it briefly. That knee, sorry, sir. Okay. That's what I wanted to say, thank you.
You can keep that.
Yeah, we'll make it part of the record. Thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Thank you.
Decision? The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Great to see you.
Good night. Hearing 15, Appeal 24-21, Sawmill Construction Corporation at 31 Fairbanks Boulevard, Woodbury.
Anybody buying a car soon?
Not that one. I need a new car.
Ask them.
Yes, I do.
I think you're.
Robert Labarbera, 115 North Broadway, Hicksville, New York. Here for hearing number 15, appeal number 24-21 for 31 Fairbanks Boulevard, Woodbury, Sawmill Construction Corporation. We're seeking a variance to construct a new dwelling having less average front yard setback and rear yard setback than permitted by ordinance. Also encroachment of eaves and gutters. We're in a 1 acre zone here of an R1-1A. The property is slightly over 1 acre, but it's very long and narrow. So the width of the property is 248 feet left to right on the street front, and 366 feet in the rear, but only about 140 feet deep from the street to the back. We have neighbors to the right, neighbors to the left. The proposed dwelling will have very large side yard setbacks, but the rear yard setback will only be 41.5 feet where 100 feet is required. And the average front yard setback is 51.9, and the proposed setback we're doing is 50 feet. So the proposed front yard setback is only 1.9 feet closer to the street. We just kept the minimum 50 feet requirement for the 1 acre zone. But the rear yard is where we have the trouble. Because the property is so long and narrow front to back, we didn't have much of a choice except design a house, put it to comply with the average front yard setback, and whatever we have left in the rear will be whatever's left. But behind the house is the proposed, it's New York State property for the Bethpage State Parkway extension that's never been built. So there's the greenery back there.
Well, that
There's no
helps your
backyard neighbor.
application
Yeah, that's a
greatly.
big- Yes. So, and there is an existing house there now, which is coming down,
Oh,
yes, and a new house being built.
in the back?
No,
Oh, this house?
this house,
Yeah.
this property.
Excuse me
The
there.
rear yard, I mean, the side yard setbacks are tremendous. For instance, required side yard is a 20-foot side yard of this zone, and we have 80.6. And that's on the small side. The other side's got a lot more, probably about 100 or something. And that concludes this. There's not a lot to this application.
No? Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. You take a seat, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Please raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during the proceedings?
I do. Matthew Soloff, 33 Fairbanks Boulevard, Woodbury, New York. I'm the next door neighbor.
Thank you.
The only question I had, is it possible to just take a look at the survey?
Sure, absolutely. I think on that side we got.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah. You should be on this side, right?
Right.
We have 129.7 feet from the dwelling to your property line.
Right, and what's going on in the back?
The back here is where it's tight, 41.5 feet to the back property line here.
Right.
So to the house now, I could probably pull out the old existing survey, but
So the variance is basically to get closer to the state land?
correct.
Okay.
Not closer to your property.
Right,
Your
understood.
property's still
No, understood,
129.
understood. As the next door neighbor, we totally support the project.
Excellent. Thank you for coming out tonight.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Yay.
It says if you give that page state right now.
Anybody else have any questions? Lucky you, huh?
Yeah.
Anybody else wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends favorable determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
She could give that away.
Hearing number 16, Appeal 23-753, Hagay Karen at 11 Meadowbrook Road, Syosset. Mr. Abertin in a while.
Mr. Abbott.
Welcome back. We haven't seen you
Doing
in a
well.
while.
Good evening, Chairperson Byrne, members of the board. Appearing for the applicant, Howard Avertine, 2116 Merrick Avenue, Merrick. This is the application of Haggai Karen for a variance required in order to construct a new ranch-style single-family dwelling. The premises under application is located on the southerly side of Meadowbrook Road, 228.63 feet west of Berry Hill Road in Syosset. It has a street address of 11 Meadowbrook Road. It is also known as Section 25, Block 22, Lot 200 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. The premises was developed with a 1 1/2 story single-family dwelling and attached two-car garage, which has been demolished. By this application, the applicant seeks to construct a new ranch-style dwelling with basement in accordance with the plans filed before the board. The proposal exceeds the maximum permitted floor area ratio. The maximum permitted is 4,579.44 square feet. Proposed is 8,260.36 square feet. As this board is well aware, by local law number 1 of 2023, adopted on January 24 of 2023, basement areas exceeding 7 feet in height are computed as part of the gross floor area. If this property were zoned R20, no relief for gross floor area would be required. And the square footage of the lot is almost qualifies it to be in the R20 zone. The lot has a lot area of 17,745.35 square feet. The height is required in the basement in order to accommodate exercise equipment and a golf simulator, which requires additional height. And also, one of the items is going to be a Stairmaster, and anyone who's ever used one of those realizes that you need additional height for that. A review of the floor plan for the basement shows that it is designated to preclude any cooking facilities or living space and will be for recreational and storage use only. So that, again, this is just a function of the fact that the town board enacted a law which requires any spaces and any basement spaces exceeding 7 feet to be counted for the gross floor area. It's a ranch-style home. Mr. Karen is going to live there with his wife. They have extra bedrooms for relatives who will be coming and staying with them. They have, I know Mr. Karen had mentioned he has a handicapped brother. He has an elderly mother, so they will have plenty of room for folks to stay with them, and they want everything on one level as far as the living space is concerned. And that completes our application, unless the board has questions.
I would like, Michael, can I see the elevations, please?
We also have a rendering if the board is interested.
Okay, I'll look at that.
Ah, there you go. Thought you were hiding. Just put this down so it doesn't fall all over the place. No, it's okay. Would you like me to hand it up or just unroll it?
You can just unroll it, everybody can see it that way. Wow, beautiful.
Beautiful.
And this is has a 17,000 square foot lot and an R17?
Yes.
Okay.
It's quite a large lot, it's a very deep lot as well. And so the rear yard, if you notice, at the shortest distance between the rear of the proposed dwelling to the rear property line is 71 feet. And we have a front yard of approximately 35 feet. So it's quite a deep lot, and it accommodates the entire house, all on one level, which is what the applicant desires.
Okay, anybody else have any questions? No. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Catherine Effman.
I'll tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address.
Catherine Effman, 15 Meadowbrook Road, next door neighbor. I didn't see a picture of the house. I just saw plans. Let's see what I've missed. My only concern, my husband and I, only concern is the placement where your generator and the air conditioner is going to be, that there's some sort of a sound barrier, because it's on this, our driveway is next to where this air conditioner and generator is going to be, and our bedroom is on the second floor. And
Well,
I
they
just-
have to be screened.
Excuse me?
They have to be screened.
Well, it's some kind of landscape, or some kind
Yeah,
of...
they have to do
They have
that.
to do that.
Yeah, well, I know that some people don't like bushes, and...
I can't tell them what they have to do. I just can tell them, they know this, that they have to screen it.
Okay, yeah, because of the noise.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
It would be
That was our big concern, just the noise.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
You got it, thank
Okay.
you.
I'd just like to add, the applicant will be happy to meet with his neighbors and coordinate with them something that's mutually acceptable so that they can live as good neighbors.
That's what we want, thank you.
Good start.
Correspondence,
Planning Commission recommends local determination.
motion,
Decision.
the public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you, good night.
Good night. Hearing number 17, Appeal 24-17, Jed Goldinger at 194 Berry Hill Road, Syosset.
Yes, I do. Jake Kohler, 1200 Veterans Memorial Highway, Hauppauge, New York, 11788. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Jake Kohler of Todd O'Connell Architects, located at 1200 Veterans Memorial Highway, Hauppauge, New York, 11788. I'm here representing the Goldinger family who reside at 194 Berry Hill Road in Syosset, located in the R110 zoning district. We've submitted a proposal outlining our plans for various additions and alterations to this existing one-story dwelling, included but not limited to adding a new second floor above the house, a new front portico with stoop, extending an existing stoop, and adding a new fence around a portion of the existing pool. The project also involves the legalization of multiple items, including but not limited to a one-story rear addition, a finished basement, masonry steps on the side of the house, and fencing around the property. I come before you today to seek relief on the following issues, first being lot coverage. This is due to the addition of the portico as well as the one-story addition to be maintained. The required lot coverage is 20 for the zone, while our proposed is 23.85. The front yard setback on Renee Road is being called into question for the second-story addition. The required for the zone is 30. While the proposed is 25.4 feet, which matches the existing front yard setback on that side. The side yard setback for the side masonry steps is called into question, where the required setback is 10 feet, while the existing is 7.9 feet. The pool equipment is set in the rear northeast corner of the property. The required setback for that pool equipment is 10 feet, while that's from the rear and the side property lines both, while the existing is about 3 feet from both the side and rear property lines. The 6-foot PVC fence on the Renee Road side of the property is also called into question in regards to the front yard setback, being that the fence is above 4 feet in height. So the required for that fence is 25.4 feet to match the house, while the existing is, I believe, about 9 and change, 9.5 feet or so. As the final item being the rear yard setback, the setback of the 4-foot pool fence around the pool. The required is 5 feet from the pool, while the existing is about 3 feet from the pool. As far as the lot coverage is concerned, excluding the proposed portico and the one-story addition to be maintained, the lot coverage for this property would be at 22.54%. So anything we do to this property would constitute the need for a variance, as we're adding to a pre-existing nonconformity. Both the one-story addition and the portico together only add an additional 112 square feet to the total lot coverage, which converts to about 1.17% added. It's worth noting the property is about 500 square feet less than the required.
though that's not too terribly much, it does impact the total lot coverage calculation. For the front yard setback on the Renee Road side for the second-story addition, just like the lot coverage, the existing dwelling does not comply with the standards for the zone, but it does comply with or it does match the existing front yard setback on that side, therefore not worsening the conditions that are already there. The side yard setback for the masonry steps, the existing steps sit at 7.9 feet from the edge of the bottom step to the side property line, while that required setback is 10 feet from the property line. Due to the angle of the property in relation to the dwelling, it is almost impossible to fit a functional, comfortable, and appealing set of steps on that side of the house without encroaching into the required side yard setback. This existing half-circle steps allows for the easy traversal in and out of the house from both the front and the rear yards of the property. And the encroachment into the side yard is very minimal, being only 2 and change feet. For the other items concerning the pool equipment and the fencing, given the size and shape of the existing dwelling and its location on the property, as well as that of the in-ground pool in the rear yard, it was decided that the best location for the pool equipment was the rear northeast corner of the property, about 3 feet off the side and rear property lines. This was the same thought process behind the locations of both the 6-foot PVC fence encroaching into the front yard, as well as the 4-foot mesh fence around the pool. They were installed to optimize the layout and functionality of the rear yard, as it's already a very small rear yard just based off the size and shape of the house and where it sits on the property. Relocating them to conform with the zoning requirements would seriously reduce the size of their already minimal rear yard and would definitely negatively impact their use of their yard. It's also worth noting that the house directly across the street on the south side of Renee Road on that corner does have almost the exact style 6-foot PVC fence in that same location, just about. Now, we've explored many different options with our clients and tried to minimize any potential variances to bring before the board, but we found that pursuing the variances would provide the owners with the optimal look, feel, and functionality that they're looking to achieve. We feel that the current dwelling and the proposed additions and alterations I have spoken about have not and will not create any hardships for any of the neighboring properties, and the designs we propose maintain the character of the neighborhood while integrating seamlessly into the existing dwelling. I appreciate your time and consideration, and I invite any questions from the board.
Yes, that's why I passed it on to you, Counsel. But I'm going to read it into the record anyway. We do have one letter from a neighbor. I'm going to read it into the record.
Sure.
Okay. To the Zoning Board of Appeals, we are writing in response to a notice we received regarding appeal number 24-17 and hearing number 17, currently scheduled for March 21st. We are the owners and residents of the property at 5 Rodeo Drive, Syosset, which is immediately adjacent to 194 Berry Hill Road. Unfortunately, we'll be out of town on the date of the hearing. We called to request an adjournment, but we're told by the applicant, only the applicant can make such a request. Therefore, please consider this letter and concerns set forth. We have owned and resided at our home since 1987. Our home was originally built in the 1920s, and while there was an addition built in the 80s, the original part of the home is adjacent to the property at 194 Berry Hill Road. While the house is located at 194 Berry Hill Road, has been there since we moved in, it has always been in close proximity to our home. We've always enjoyed a comfortable level of privacy in and around our home. We feel that the variance requested, specifically A, variance to construct a second-story addition having less average side front yard setback than permitted by ordinance, will impede such privacy. If a second story is to be constructed, the new structure will undoubtedly obstruct any open view or sunlight that we have on our side of our home. Presumably, there will be windows in the newly constructed second floor, in which case they will be directly across from the bedroom windows in our home and overlooking our backyard, divesting us from the privacy we've enjoyed for the past 37 years. Additionally, we have concerns about noise and safety with a construction project in such close proximity to our property. We have a large family with many young nieces and nephews and grandchildren that spend a lot of time in our backyard. We are worried about the safety of a major construction project happening only feet from where our young family plays in our yard. For these reasons, we request to see the plans for the addition as well as the proposed timeline for such construction. Furthermore, we request that assurances be made by the applicant and hired contractor that the appropriate safety precautions will be taken during construction. Moreover, we know that there will be considerable noise from construction, and we'd request that such noise be limited to reasonable hours and not on the weekends. Thank you for your consideration. Sincerely, Kevin and Karen Mannix, 5 Rodeo Drive, Syosset. Okay, that'll be made part of the record. There's not much in here that really applies to us as far as construction noise,
Yeah.
that there are limits that they have to go by that the town sets forth, and that's that.
Which side is the Rodeo side? The very
Looks like to the left. If you're looking.
At the front of the house?
At the house, your house.
Okay.
It's to the left,
Okay.
two-story.
And I'm,
So they can have a two-story,
that's
but-
a
yeah.
two-story, that right? That's a two-story house, that's what I thought.
Rules for thee,
One
but
that's
not for me.
overlooking into your backyard.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What was the last
Exactly.
I have to read it into the record.
No comment, no comment.
All right, so, does anybody have any questions or concerns about this application? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission,
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
All right, thank you.
Hearing 18, Appeal 24-26, Darren Hom at 12 Griffin Lane, Syosset.
Hi.
Proceedings?
Yes,
Name and address, please.
sure. My name is Darren Hom. The address is actually 20 Holly Drive in Syosset, New York. It was known as 12 Griffin. There's paperwork that to Nassau County that it switched, and we've had AKAs throughout.
So what is the address?
It's 20 Holly Drive.
Okay. Well, that changes things. No, it doesn't.
Thank you, members of the board. I've been living in Syosset for 21 years and bought a new house on Holly Drive, which happens to be on a corner property. So I need a variance because I'd like to put in a 6-foot aluminum fence. The house is within 30 feet of an intersection. The variance I'm looking for is to go beyond the maximum permitted height of 3.5 to 4 feet. I now live with my mother-in-law, and my mother-in-law doesn't really,
What
she's
you
not.
say about mother-in-laws?
Mother-in-law's wonderful. She's not used to dogs. I have 2 large dogs. Having a 3.5 or 4-foot fence is not advisable. I just want to go to a 6-foot fence.
That makes sense.
Okay. I have one question, because I
Yes.
don't know if anybody looked at this, but your neighbor on Griffin Lane here, so this is Griffin Lane, this neighbor here, up here,
Yes.
okay, where's their driveway?
Their driveway is a little bit further above your hand.
Like how many feet approximately? It's not right up against because you're putting a fence right here. So I want to make sure that they can get out of their driveway without being blocked by your fence.
Yes, they're about, their driveway is there. It's an aluminum fence.
So what, you can see through it?
Yes, because it's aluminum.
It's just slat like
Slats.
this? Okay.
Yes. There are others, a lot of people have PVC. There are others in the neighborhood that have aluminum also.
Well, I mean, people may have them, but it doesn't mean they're legal. Just because the fence
No,
is,
I know.
yeah. All right. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission, recommend local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Do we want to take a break? Sue? You okay? All right, let's keep going.
Hearing 19, Appeal 24-5, Edward Brala at 4 Shepherd Street, Glen Head.
So on
back.
Hello.
Hello. Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay. Good evening again. I'm here tonight representing the Brala family, who are seeking several variances before you this evening. The Bralas had recently sold their home and wished to close out this application. They inherited this home from a deceased relative back in 2004. The garage tonight in question has existed since 1954. Our first two requests are to maintain the garage and roof over with a 2-foot side yard instead of a 3-foot required, and a 2.95 rear yard setback. Our third request is to permit the garage to be 13.5 feet to the ridge in lieu of the 12-foot maximum requirement. I have some photos. This is an open frame structure. There is no ceiling, so there's not even storage up there. Our fourth request is to permit 38% rear yard coverage instead of the 30% allowed. And our fifth request is to allow 522.56 square feet as it exceeds the 1/3 rule of permitted coverage of 453.75. That's only a 68.8 square foot difference. Our sixth request is to permit 61.9% as it relates to the maximum 40% of the principal dwelling. And lastly, our overall coverage to be at just 25.3% in lieu of the 25% maximum coverage.
These are all the same. I just need one. Okay, I was out there. It's in character with the neighborhood. I mean, there's other ones, yeah. Anybody have any questions?
None.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends a local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Hearing number 20, Appeal 23735, Locust Place LLC at 21 Locust Place, Locust Valley.
Good evening. Elisa Santoro, 108 Forest Avenue, Locust Valley, New York, 11560, on behalf of Locust Place LLC, which owns 21 Locust Place in Locust Valley, Section 30, Block 23, Lot 218. This property is in the town's R1 zoning district and has a lot size of 7,000 square feet. The applicants are seeking a variance to maintain an existing 10 by 36.4 one-story addition, deck, attached shed, portico, and side platform with steps to grade, which exceed the maximum permitted building coverage with 32.34% rather than the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%. They also exceed the maximum permitted gross floor area with a gross floor area of 3,344 square feet rather than the permitted of 3,200 square feet. The existing deck has a rear yard setback of 13.5 feet, exceeding the minimum rear yard setback of 25 feet. I do have here, I'm sorry, things are falling. Letters signed by several neighbors. This radius map highlights the neighbors who have signed the consent letter, and the letters are attached. The other neighbors we did not approach because we didn't have a contact number for them. We didn't want to knock on their doors. My clients purchased this property from their sister in December of 2022. Their sister purchased this property in 2017 with the structures already existing. She bought it from the estate of Evelyn Johnson, who had owned the property since 1979. One of the neighbors in the rear had mentioned to me that he bought his property over 25 years ago, and these structures were existing and looked pretty old at the time they bought their property. I don't know if anybody visited the property, but I did take some pictures. You'll see pictures which show the topography of the backyard. It shows all the structures in question, along with the interior. The granting of this variance will not have any undesirable change in the character of the
Thank you.
neighborhood or
Thanks.
detriment to the neighborhood, as it's been existing for over 25 years. As you can see, the picture of the deck is private to the neighboring properties. The benefits sought by the applicant cannot be achieved by some other method. The structures are existing for over 25 years and are an integral part of the dwelling and the use of the property. The backyard is not usable due to the topography, and the existing deck permits the use of the backyard, even though just limited. The addition, I believe, is the dining room in the den, and the side platform with steps to grade is the form of egress from the side door, which I believe is required by code. The property has no garage, and the shed is necessary for their storage. To remove the structures would be a hardship for the applicants, extremely costly, not only in the actual cost to remove the structures, but also loss of living area, loss of usable backyard space to the applicant, and also a significant decrease in the value of the property. The requested variances are not substantial. The maximum permitted building coverage is at 32.34% rather than permitted 25, which is about a 7% difference. The maximum permitted gross floor area is only 144 square feet off.
That's nice.
That's nice.
We're just admiring the wallpaper.
My paper?
The wallpaper.
Oh, the wall, it's
Did
very
you see
pretty.
the-
If you go
Yeah.
look, yeah, it's beautiful, the interior. But the proposed variance will not have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental condition of the area because they have been there for many years. I think it would cause more of a disturbance to remove the structures and try to bring the backyard to a usable space. And
You all
finally,
see it?
the alleged
Yeah.
difficulty was not self-created.
Okay, I was out there. There's so many different types of houses there. It's,
And that nice large one on the corner.
oh yeah, the one they're building?
Yes.
We gave him a variance for that. Anybody else have any questions or concerns? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Thank you.
Correspondence?
Madison County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice evening.
You too.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 23, Appeal 24-4, Mary Ellen Casey at 195 West Main Street, Oyster Bay.
Hello again. I'm here tonight representing Mary Ellen Casey, who seeks several variances before you to build a mudroom extension and covered porch on the back of her home. Our first request is to alter an existing two-family dwelling and present this minor change to this board. Second request is to permit an addition and porch to have .5-foot side yard setback to the porch and a 2.86 side yard setback to the wood deck, and keep the existing .68 setback to the existing one-story portion of the dwelling. If you look at the survey and plot plan, you could see that this house is juxtaposed on the property, and the property is only 50 feet wide. So we're not making any setback closer than it exists already. And I'll just, excuse the black and white photos today, they're my printed in print color for some reason. But I just want to show you, because I don't know if you went into the backyard. You know, it does seem awfully close, but everything is going to be fire retardant material, hardy board siding, and so on. Our last request is to allow a setback patio or sky plane allowance within the hamlet of 20.34 to 1 instead of the 2 to 1 ratio. Again, this is all existing, and we would not be making it more non-conforming than it is. She just wants a little mudroom on the back of her house.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Madison County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by...
Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
Good
night.
night.
Hearing holdover 1, Appeal 23-659, Lori Blitzer at 84 North Beach Street, North Massapequa.
Good evening, Board.
Good evening.
I do. Justin Phillips of NYCD Group, Expeditors and Drafters, 118 Baker Court, Island Park, New York, 11558. All right, just bear with me. I hate public speaking, so I'll try to get through this without my voice cracking. We're requesting a total of 5 variances from the town zoning ordinance, which sounds severe. However, the far majority of the requests are very minor in nature. The variance requests stem from the installation of above-ground pool under permit R22004178, which was issued on September 27th, 2022. The pool itself was installed in a code-compliant location with a freestanding A-frame ladder for entry to the pool. Once the pool was installed, my clients realized that the A-frame ladder was not the safest or most convenient method for egress from the pool, especially when it's wet. My clients are older adults entering retirement and have concerns with the pool ladder, and so they wish to extend their existing deck to the edge of the pool to allow for easier access in and out of the pool. The application to extend the deck is the cause for the variances that we're requesting tonight. We propose a 160 square foot extension at the east side of the existing deck and a 72 square foot extension at the south. These extensions create deficient rear yard setbacks. The eastern extension is deficient by 6 inches, and the southern extension is deficient by 6 feet. The deck extensions also increase the maximum building area by 3.5% or 250 square feet. The deck extensions are proposed to provide safer access to the above-ground swimming pool for my clients and their grandchildren. The layout of the rear yard, as it's situated, and the location of the pool, it practically makes it unfeasible to install a separate freestanding deck for access into the pool, as any location that would be built would most likely cause another variance request. We are also requesting to maintain 2 existing sheds, which do not require permits, but still must comply with the zoning ordinance. The southeast shed is a 80 square foot shed with a side yard setback deficient by 6 inches, and the rear yard setback deficient by 11 inches. The southwest shed is 56 square feet shed with adequate side yard setback, but is deficient by 3 inches on the rear yard. These sheds were pre-existing when my clients purchased the property a few years ago. They are timber frame sheds, which are extremely heavy, and so they're requesting permission to maintain them in their current location. They're in agreement that if the sheds ever fell in ill repair or needed to be removed or replaced, that the new shed would go in a code-compliant location. The last variance we are requesting is to allow existing pool equipment having less front yard setback than permitted. 50-foot front yard setback is required. It is noted on the approved survey from the pool permit application that the filter equipment should maintain a 50-foot setback from the front property line. I was out there and measured it out, and my assumption is that the pool contractor didn't understand where the front property line is. If you measure it from the front curb, it's 50 feet. So I don't think they fully understood that the property line was well inside the curb.
Trust me, that's what keeps us in business.
And that's my only assumption as to why that was not properly installed. With that in mind, there's really not another feasible location to move this equipment with the 5-yard setbacks and if the deck is approved. So we are requesting that it maintain where it is. The property is bounded by 6-foot PVC fence. The equipment's right next to the house. It's about 18 feet from the side property line. It's not visible from the street, and it's further away from the neighbors, so they don't have to worry about the noise. And that is everything. Appreciate your time.
Have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Holdover 2, Appeal 23-529, Scott Cunningham at 118 Stillwater Avenue, Massapequa.
Good evening.
Right in, please. Copies of the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Larry Buscemi, Select Permits, P.O. Box 679, Mount Sinai, New York, representing Scott Cunningham. Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. I'm Larry Buscemi. I'm here representing Scott Cunningham, an application for a 2-story deck 9 by 18 on both stories, replacing a current 5 by 15 deck. The reason for the application is that the living space in this house is on the second floor, and he just wants a deck off the actual like kitchen area instead of off the bedrooms. It's an appropriate application for the neighborhood. It's in character and keeping with the neighborhood. It's not egregious in its size or layout. It's close to the house. It's attached to the house. And it seems like a reasonable application. I'm just saying.
Is that your case?
That is my opinion.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
And holdover 3, Appeal 23617, Kulwan Singh at 39 Colony Street, Hicksville.
Yes, thank you. Here for hearing holdover number 3, appeal number 23-617, 39 Colony Street, Hicksville, New York, Section 12, Block 107, Lot 52. Kulwant Singh is a variance to construct a detached garage exceeding the maximum building coverage than permitted by ordinance. The requirement for this R17 zone is a 25% lot coverage. We're proposing a 29.23% lot coverage, which is 4.23% over. It's a detached garage just for storage of basic stuff, which is a car, snow blower, motorcycle, and whatever else he has.
Toys.
Toys, exactly.
Toys, yep. Okay, anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Decision?
Motion.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening.
All right, we're taking a break, because I need one.
Bye-bye.
No, I know.
Which one?
The Islanders.
Oh.
Do you like the new office? My new office? I do. I like it a lot. Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's fun.
Yeah,
But
it's.
I don't know, it's inconvenient.
You know what?
I did the train.
As opposed to like Brooklyn, it's a lot better. And it's a hell of a lot nicer than Nassau Coliseum, which I would have liked to build it there.
It's fun, the food.
But it's another
you go
20
outside.
minutes.
Yeah.
For us, it's another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
As opposed to another hour and a half down to Brooklyn.
Another thing, we did the train there and then Ubered home and it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, it's not bad. I love
How's
it.
your knee?
I go early, because the kids like to watch them practice.
Yeah.
So I'm always there so
Yeah,
early.
you keep on coming back. I mean, can we come around
the
here
kids
or
love it.
something I mean, now we're telling, now obviously if it's over, okay. But if it's not better by the next meeting, let us know, maybe we can come around or get it from him or do something so we don't.
Okay, hopefully they can schedule a surgery.
Oh, boy, good luck. Yeah.
Almost there.
I know, oh, I know.
Oh, yeah, like 3:30 or whatever it is. Yeah, there's a bunch of them in the line. No, I got one good. Okay.
So if you're coming from the wall toward the courthouse.
Yeah.
Right next to the house. Glass building, 2 stories.
Okay. Oh, good. Are they in there, in the front?
Yes.
And what do they do? They do TV, right?
No, there's a tax.
Oh, okay, maybe we'll get some playoffs.
Yeah. Scott's good.
Oh, anyone else?
No, well, you know this guy's in the.
Yeah, you've been.
Was she looking for houses?
Yeah, so we've always.
Oh, great, yeah.
Where's,
The killer.
Jared?
Tobin.
Yeah.
Do you see what a slum that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one you were in.
The killer, what's his name?
Yeah.
Herman.
Far.
No, what's his first name?
Right?
Orman.
And then they
I don't remember his first name.
It's like
Oh, so make it Jack Hewlett,
Rex.
and yeah.
Rex.
Hewlett,
Yeah.
Then they'll do the construction, and you'll get dust.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And his wife's giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Rita!
I got it.
Timber,
Yeah, well,
you're
she's
bringing
got
America down.
She's got a deal for it. Did you
Of
read
course.
it?
No, it's gonna be a show.
A
Yeah.
movie based on it, and she can't because she's divorced. It's not
So she
like you
gets the
can't make
revenue.
money off
Disgusting
off a crime,
people.
but she
They are,
can. But she can make money off it.
I'm always cold.
And I want to
Rita,
take this off. I'm so cold. I'm so
Hypothetically, if an
hot.
applicant came in
so
and
hot.
he didn't agree with his
No, it hasn't.
number,
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
I'm not voting on his application.
and wants to redo his numbers.
I'm tired of it.
Then he would have to get a new rejection with his numbers and have to start over.
I'm tired of it.
He's
I'm
the
tired of
only
him
one.
saying that our department is making a
He's the
mistake.
only one.
He doesn't make a
Rejection and have a new
mistake.
hearing and start
Only
over.
one.
Yeah.
That's no problem.
Why,
right?
Michael? I'm so tired of him.
I don't understand. I've been here 3 years
he's
now.
gonna sit with the
He's the
planner,
only
whoever he
person
kept saying.
ever.
He's
He's
gonna
the other
sit
one.
So
Yeah,
if he wants a new
ever.
rejection, they can.
He's gonna come and straighten it out tomorrow, don't you worry.
No, that's no problem, but then what I'm saying is if it's correct and it wants new numbers, then he has to re-advertise it, because how can you have the same application
Yeah.
with wrong numbers, and he can start over and come back for another hearing?
Correct.
Why doesn't he look
Yeah.
at his paperwork when he gets it back?
Correct. Why does he mail out the mailing notice?
But that's no, but I'm
He doesn't
saying, give him what he
agree with the
wants.
numbers.
If he wants new numbers, give him a new rejection, and you can have a new hearing.
I'm
No
not voting
problem.
on his
You do
application,
your mailing
so-
with the right numbers,
So
Just reject it.
and do it over.
He's gonna put it on reserve.
Reserve.
No?
No.
I agree.
No. Give him a new one. Start over.
I agree.
Fine.
We'll
With the
put it
right
on
numbers.
reserve, and if there's different numbers, and the number, well, when the advertisement goes out, it doesn't go out with numbers. It doesn't go out with numbers.
But if any new variances are created, then it's easy.
Right.
Okay.
But in the meantime, it'll go on reserve until he straightens up the department.
I missed the
He's
candy.
just too much.
I know.
He's the guy.
I came in here today, I'm like, what happened?
Every
So
time.
funny.
Every time, and it's always our mistake.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Only one. It's amazing.
All right, are we ready?
Okay.
Hearing number 1, appeal number 24-2.
I'm fine.
Lois will move it,
I'll second it.
and Andrew will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 2, appeal number 24-8. I'll move this,
Okay, I'll second it.
and it's going to be Rita and Lois. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Wait, what am I doing? I don't need this. Hold on a second, let me get out. Okay. Hearing number 3, appeal number 24-9. This is just a fence.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Kathy?
The only thing I'm concerned about was that letter where they said they, and I'm sure person got it wrong. The letter that was submitted where it said the town of Oyster Bay said there are no fences are allowed on Sunset.
Because of the
and-
golf course.
Because of well, I don't know, he didn't say why. And I don't know if that's true, or if he misinterpreted where they said, they have to get a variance
He just wants
to
a
have
view
a
of the golf
fence,
course.
which is
Yeah.
what I'm
Which
thinking
he doesn't even
more
have,
of.
because
Yeah.
it's all trees across the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah, it's all tree, yeah. It's, as long as it's not a law that would,
He's really obsessed about this fence, huh?
Yeah.
That's good. I'll move
second.
it.
I'll second.
okay. Yeah, I'm fine with it as long as it's not a law. As long as it's not a, law.
Moving on.
Hearing number 4, appeal number 24-16. This was very de minimis.
I'll move then.
So I'm going to say Kathy and Lois. All in
Okay.
favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. This, hearing number 5, appeal number 24-24, cellar entrance.
And he
Yeah,
has
he was
3.5
non-committal with
baths.
the egress.
Yeah.
He said there were already 2 egress windows.
And he did point out that he could move these cellar entrances.
That's the
and
key,
have
yeah.
as of right.
I would prefer it be in the backyard
Yeah.
than the side yard, because if you are gonna make an apartment, then while you're sitting there having your barbecue, then your
Right.
tenants can walk past your table,
That's true.
right?
Yeah, I was gonna deny them first.
Yeah.
I was gonna, not deny it, I was gonna vote no on the first one.
I don't want the cellar entrance in the side yard either.
Want to give him a chance to change
Yeah,
it?
let's give him a
Yeah,
chance to
let's
change
put it
it.
on reserve. If he wants to make his cellar entrance compliant,
Because he didn't do the plans, so.
yeah, okay. So that's on reserve.
Okay?
Ready? Hearing number 6, appeal number 23-378.
This is not a problem.
You want to move it?
Yeah.
Kathy will move it. Lisa, you want
I'll
to second it?
second,
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 24-15. There was a four-way stop sign on this corner, so.
I'll move it.
Andrew and Kathy, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 24-20.
Just need the ID, right?
Yes,
This
you
one?
Wait,
have to
yeah.
reserve it, or can they vote on it?
Reserve, can we vote on it?
No, we can vote on it, but she does not release the decision until she gets that ID, right, Sue?
Correct.
Okay,
So I'll move it.
I'll second it.
And Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
But it's on reserve.
No,
No,
No?
nope. It's going to be on Susan's reserve.
Special secret
Hearing number,
vote.
no, right, hearing number 9, appeal number 24-23. Fence, gazebo. I'll move it.
I'll second.
Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 24-7, Alan Lee.
Check numbers. That's right.
You know, and this was a good application. I would have been fine with it.
Right.
I went and looked at it, it needs to be done, so it's going to go on reserve.
Right. For 2 weeks.
Hearing number 11, appeal number 24-22. This also, I mean, this is the only house on the block,
Yeah.
and it's on the corner of Jerusalem Avenue, so I don't see a problem with this.
I'll move it.
Kathy
I'll second it.
and Andrew, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number
Okay, this is it.
24-1. We are saying no to B.
I thought we were gonna reserve
I thought we were
this
gonna
'cause she
reserve
was
it, you
gonna
told me he
change
was
the
going back to
plans.
his, checking some
You
things
go back to the
out.
client.
Okay.
Because it was about the people living there and the
Yeah,
6
because
cars.
he had been told
Yeah, the
there
neighbor
were 3, yeah.
complained that there's
Yeah.
5 people, the car in the driveway.
So what's he going to go back for? What's he going to tell us? What are they going to decide?
Yes.
Yeah, I already said no to that. So he's not, I didn't ask him if they would agree to that. That's not happening. And also, he said he was going to remove G, and then I was going to deny the second shed. But you want to put it on reserve? We'll put it on reserve.
Let's see what he comes back with. I'd just be curious in terms of the
Yeah.
people.
When he calls you, he's got
I'm gonna
to,
send a code enforcement officer over there.
okay.
Oh, great, that's a
on
good idea,
reserve.
that's good.
Yeah, they had a
Okay.
lot going on, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
a great
think so,
idea to
yeah.
send
He
the
said
code.
there's 5 people going in and out of that house. They're showing 3 adults, the mom, her daughter, and her daughter's wife.
And those
Right.
people were perfectly rational, they weren't.
So,
Right.
and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
6 cars, 5. 6 cars and 5 people.
And that's why they were asking for that third bedroom. So,
I'll send photos.
okay. Hearing number 13, appeal number 23-523. This was okay, I'll move this.
I'll second.
Kathy will second it, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 24-64. I didn't have a problem with this. And the
Yeah,
PAB
Ferrari
looked
dealership.
at it. What?
My Ferrari dealership.
Oh, I thought she said put it on reserve. I'm like, why?
It was
Yeah.
fine.
I'll
Okay,
move
this
it.
seems fine.
Andrew will move it, I will second it, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 24-21.
This is the one with the parkway behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Side
fine.
yard.
that saved
Oh,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll move it.
Kathy will move it,
tired, my notes didn't even make sense.
and I'll second it, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 16, appeal number 23-753. This is a 17,000 square foot lot in an R17 zone.
It's a new dwelling.
It's a beautiful.
The neighbors' concerns were not,
They have to screen. They have to screen the AC.
I know,
It's right.
other
Yeah.
than that, the neighbor's got a second story on his
I
house.
know.
Yeah, no, this goes right along with, it's
Yeah.
in character with the neighborhood.
It's
Yeah.
in, yeah, yeah.
All right,
Beautiful design.
I'll move it.
Second.
Kathy will second, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 24-17.
I'll move this one.
Andrew?
Yep.
Lisa, you want to second it?
Sure.
All in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 18 at appeal number 24-26. He says his address is 20 Holly Drive. I don't know how that happened, but, yeah, I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 19, appeal number 24-5. I saw this. This is in character with the neighborhood as well. I'll move it. You want to second it, Kathy?
Sure.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 20, appeal number 23-735. I saw this one too. Not a problem. I'll move it.
I'll second. You know her?
Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 21, 22, postponed. Hearing number 23, appeal number 24-4. Anybody have any problem with this one?
No.
Andrew will move it.
Second.
Kathy will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 1, appeal number 23-659. Yeah, this, okay. Anybody want to move this?
I'll move it.
Lois will move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Here, holdover number 2, appeal number 23-259.
I'm fine with that. This is easy.
You
I'll
wanna move it?
Yes.
I'll second.
And Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Did we do holdover number 3?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
the guy
Oh,
who
right.
just came.
The garage. Okay, I'll move this.
Okay, I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
I mean, an extension of time.
Hello, Ford.
Just one extension of time?
Yes, and then I have parent child.
Well, after that, we have, we did this guy already? Palladino?
So wait, we did the extension?
Palladino was the first guy.
I got him on the end, too.
You're kidding. No, he was the first one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All right,
Now,
so
did we vote on the
let's do the extension. I'll move it,
I'll second it if you
and
want.
Lois will second. All in favor? Aye.
Just two
Any-
names for the parent child extension calendar.
Lisa and Kathy.
That was the hotel, right, the extension?
Lisa and Kathy.
That was the extension on the hotel, right?
What hotel?
About 5 Millrace.
They were gonna build that?
Oh, that's what it is. Oh.
they're still doing hotel vibes.
Thank you.
Bye,
That
Andrew.
concludes.
Good night, everybody.
Bill, when do you move?
Good night, good night.
Andrew, when do you guys move? We moved Oh, good.
You moved, Andy?
My office.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, say hello to my man Jared. Tell him to calm down. Sue, do you know her, Alyssa Santoro?
I do.
I thought she
She's
went
on
with,
the village board,
I thought-
Babel board.
yeah, I thought she went to like Rifkin or something.
Did we didn't get packets?
Yes,
Oh,
we
we
did.
did, oh, yeah.
It should have been.
Here it is. Oh, there.
This is what happens.
No, I know, the nana braid.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
like estate work, planning, and then, I think the family owned the Subaru dealer
Okay.
in Glen Cove. And I thought she hooked up with one of the bigger firms.
Yeah, I gotta go in too.
Okay, let me move this.
I know, the
Gigantic
furniture.
Volkswagen of a
Nice
chair.
God.
I hate this chair. In the back